And now comes the session that obviously, I think, along with not just the contestant, even what I wait for every year. So many trainings have happened online, which obviously where girls don't have to come in and they can do it in the comfort of their own home, but the commitment is there obviously. But then comes the training, which is one of the most popular training, and the one that I'm very proud to offer in our pageant is all about public speaking, knowing your values, emotional intelligence. There's so much in in that one day training that the girls take away a lot out of it.
See, as I told you, this is a non-conventional pageant. Apart from beauty pageant aspect, what is the mission behind it? Making sure that these women, they truly find their own mission, vision, and what is their why.
My name is Col Mahay. I am a former senior police officer. Now my role is really around emotional intelligence and leadership. Those are my specialisms.
I've known Cole for the last 4 years. In 2020, when I started this journey, I reached out to him and first thing he did was, what? Pageant? Me? Oh no, I don't think this is something I'll do.
I remember 3 years ago when I was asked to take part in the first one, and when Rose asked me, will you be a mentor in a beauty pageant, I remember thinking, what do I know about beauty pageants? And it just felt so out of sync with what I do and how I behave and my passion around leadership and emotional intelligence. However, when Rose explained to me that what she was actually trying to do was not looking for the outer beauty, but more about the inner beauty, trying to help these individuals to become leaders within their own right so they can go away and create a significant impact in society.
When I explained to him my vision, what I'm trying to do through pageantry, because before that I think nobody looked at in a pageant that there's a leaders. They are all public figures, but nobody looked at it. They can be a great community leaders as well.
As soon as I heard that, I was bought in, I was all in. So, values are learned. Values are learned by example. Your parents, your teachers, your friends maybe, your older siblings. Who's got older siblings here? I learned so much from my eldest brother. He has taught me so much around focus. So this kind of stuff. By direct teaching, you might go to school and your parents might say to you, to be a good person, this is how you need to be, right? Who's had that? Who's had parents ever telling them, you've got to do this. This is what, like a non-negotiable, this is how you should be, right? By your community or your religion, I think this is a really huge one. How many people have, go to some kind of a temple, mosque, church, and have had enshrined in them, these are the spiritual values of this religion? Actually, when you break it down, all religions are sort of saying the same thing, right? Yeah, that's it. You've just got to be a good human. You've got to think good things, do good things. But every religion will have its own set of dogmas to separate it from the next religion, right? So in the context of religion, this is how division occurs. And then what happens is other human beings who profess to be more religious, why they are more closer to God, I don't know, probably because they wear certain clothes, they will tell you that this religion is better than the other religion because we say this dogma in a better way, right? So this is the kind of depth that we're sort of indoctrinated in when it comes to values. Some of the ladies in there have got incredible careers, incredible experience, and I know that with the right training and the right encouragement and the right coaching, they can go out now and help change the world for the better.
There are certain sessions that I miss personally being part of, but this session is something that I never miss because every year I go in there and I sit there not as a director or as somebody who's been through this. Every time I go there and sit as a student who's just there to learn, and I learn every year something new, and this year was nothing different.
How many people have procrastinated in the past and told themselves they can't do something so they don't end up doing it, right? So I want to demonstrate to you that you can do anything, literally anything. Put your dominant arm, whatever your dominant arm is, left or right, up in front of you. So arm up, finger is a needle, Keep your eye only on the finger. And I'm going to ask you to turn outward, and I want you to keep your eye on your finger. And as you're turning, just keep looking at your finger. Keep turning and keep looking at your finger. Keep turning and looking at your finger. And turn until you can't turn anymore. And when you have turned to the maximum that you can turn, just note a point on the wall. Now I would like you to just close your eyes and stand up straight, but nice and relaxed. Relax shoulders, very important. Just let your hands hang by your sides. And I want you to do some visualization for me, okay? I want you to now imagine the soles of your feet going deeper into the floor. Each time you breathe out, I want you to imagine that wave of relaxation going from the top of your head all the way down to the tip of your toes. Imagine that you are putting that finger up. You're looking at that finger and you begin to turn. Imagine that you are turning. You're turning. Remember that point on the wall, you're turning. Remember that point on the wall, and you get to the point in the wall, but you're still turning. And your body goes another 6 inches further, and open your eyes. Nobody falling asleep on me? We're all here, okay? Nobody falling asleep on their feet? Okay, so what we're going to do now, we'll do the same exercise with our eyes open now. So, again, put your arm out. Feet hip width apart again. Nice and relaxed from the shoulders, arm locked out, looking at your finger, and now start turning. Turning, 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 turning. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. Some of you are going to break in a bit because you're nearly 360-degree turns there. And face forward, please. And face forward. Okay, you can all take a seat. Thank you so much.
This is incredible. Thank you.
Raise your hands if you went further, second time round.
Yes.
Raise your hands if you genuinely felt first time round you couldn't go any further. Yeah? Raise your hands if you went further than 6 inches. Everyone? That is the power of when you believe in yourself, when you visualized it, when you believe that you're able to do it, you can almost sense it, you can achieve it. All right? I turned up today not knowing anybody, but I think we're all firm friends today. We've talked about leadership for the first half of the day. We went really in deep, looking at our values. People have been able to identify their 5 core values, create value statements around that. We've talked about what leadership is, what emotional intelligence really looks like, and we break it down to a really granular level of emotional intelligence. After lunch, we did some public speaking, and it's been incredibly powerful. We've had laughter in the room. We've had a point of time in the room where everybody has been crying, and it just demonstrates the power of telling your story.
I can totally see that each and every one of you thinking now, I want to talk about something. You know, whole session is never without tears. The first session is always, Pooja, are you okay? I think she needs a hug. I know what happened to her. It's like I said, everybody has a story when they feel open in different clouds. It's okay. We are all here for you. We are all here for you, okay? We are all here for you. This is what, look at the big army you've got now. Yeah?
Yeah.
You felt safe enough to cry in front of all of us.
Yeah.
How many people you feel safe enough to cry in front of?
Yeah.
Yeah? You don't, do you? We've lost so many times we hold back thinking, what will people think of us?
That's what I'm
But you
thinking
felt
all
safe
these
enough
years.
to cry. And just respect that for each other, really.
Yeah.
And crying is one of the biggest, as a psychologist, we know that is the best emotion ever.
Rose tells me that one of my party tricks is that I'm really good at making people cry, and to be honest, this happened last year as well. I don't come here with the intention of making anybody cry, but as part of the process of being able to tell our story and communicate with impact and gravitas, it's important that we are able to connect with people at a very emotional level, a level where people understand and they are almost playing your story out in their mind. And it's because of some of the stories that we've been sharing in the room in the last 2 hours, some of those stories have just been so powerful that, partly people are tired, but partly they are so powerful that people have resonated deeply, and consequently, there's a lot of empathy being shown in the room.
Honestly, I think there was a part in the session where I walked out of room for something and I came back and I saw so many girls in tears. I was like, Cole, what have you done to my girls?
I think it's gone well, but what the hell have we done to the girls? Really? Look at
I
that.
did my party trick.
Oh, she's still crying. Oh my God.
What did I say that she's
no
still
idea.
crying?
You okay? Oh my God. Seriously. No, it's okay.
I think I made everyone cry.
This is your fault, this is.
It's my fault.
Your fault.
As I keep saying, this platform is for you to go out from this platform to make change.
Every story matters.
Every story matters.
Every story matters. Doesn't matter how big or small it is.
And-
But you need to be comfortable to tell it.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's okay to show your emotions. We're not robots, we're human beings, and fundamentally wired within us in our limbic system are these emotions.
Yeah.
So unless we release those emotions, like you said, you'd never told this story before. So you had all this pent-up emotion inside of you. So that's what I let you do, just release that emotion. And how strong did you feel at the end of it all? Incredible, right? And that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like in a car, if your radiator is hot, it wants to let off steam. So if the danger is if you open it while it's still hot, you might get burnt. But when you cool down, you can open it and let the car cool down, right? It's that.
The way he works is he has a lot of patience. And he does not do that one rule works for all. So it's kind of very personalized to each one of them, even though he doesn't have a long time, but still he does it in a way that people feel connected. And they do end up opening up and sharing their story that they probably would never share with anybody else. And that kind of has that ripple effect on the entire room. And if one starts crying, it passes on, but then the support comes in as well. And I think that's where that sisterhood gets built, because you're sharing part of your life that you probably would never share with somebody else that you don't know. And there are people in this room that you don't know, but you're sharing it. And that's the power of storytelling that comes through full session.
I warned you.
The tradition
I come
is on, no?
I come with a warning notice, and I warned you that I do make people cry, didn't I? And I said,
You said that.
I said I'm not going to try to make you cry, but then you asked me to tell a story that's emotional.
Yeah.
So the fault is all yours.
And the thing is that because all this time I've been hiding, the under the bush, that kind of thing. Oh, it's okay. I'm strong.
Yes.
But actually, I think somewhere my wound is still there.
Yeah.
It's not
But be
healed.
honest, today you showed your strength
And
by
that-
sharing it.
in front of
This is the
everyone.
strength.
And
yeah.
that's real strength that you showed in there. The way you did that was perfect. So well done to you. And thank you so much for sharing that story as well. It's powerful. One of the reasons why male suicide rates are going up is because men are always
Don't
told
share.
to be strong, to not share, to be strong and silent. I think that's nonsense. I think we need to learn to open up. We need to be it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to share our vulnerabilities. And actually by being that, you become much more authentic. And you guys are leaders. So in your leadership journey, authenticity is a superpower. So I think it's so important that you learn it's okay to be vulnerable and doing it in the right way as you did today. So thank you.
People find their passion through this pageantry, through these trainings. We want our role models to communicate with 5-year-old or a 55-year-old. Should be able to speak for 15 minutes or should be able to speak for an hour. They should be the storyteller. They are the role models.
There are a lot of public speaking courses people go to, but not many people come out crying from it, because you need to be able to connect, you need to be able to trust, you need to be able to build that rapport with that entire room, the people, and that's what he does. He builds that rapport that people are comfortable sharing that side of them that they've never shared with anybody else, that vulnerability that they hold on to. One of the girls said today that she never actually shared that story with anybody else before. It's just been in her. And just by sharing today and crying, she feels so light. And I think that's, like I said, that's cool speciality. And that's why I think what he does, I have not seen anybody else doing that.
I always end up meeting somebody who's got a bigger problem. And that I find is a really great way of grounding me and reminding me that my problem isn't the biggest problem in the world. And the other really interesting thing about this is if I do kid myself and tell me I've got all the problems in the world, the more I think about my problems, the more my problems will grow. They start off as a little molehill. By the time I finish them, they're a mountain. And when you look at a mountain, you think, I can't even get around this mountain. So learn to step away from these problems. And wherever there's a problem, always remember there's always a solution.
Yeah.
So if you become solution focused in your thinking, then you always find a way around. And that is really powerful.
And that is one thing I've learned being around Cole. World is so problem focused. We need to be more solution focused. You know, everybody's talking about, if you hear about news, it's all about this problem, this problem. Who's saying that this is the solution for it? Nobody's saying that.
Have we all got our emotions back now?
You needed that break, right?
Yeah. By the way, there's all touch-ups happening now because you made them cry, all the makeup's gone.
It's a powerful session, right? I hope, much more importantly, I hope you took some learning away from it. That's the important thing,
Yeah.
you know?
These trainings are not geared just for the pageant. Forget about it. It's all
These are
to do
life
with
skills.
everything in your life. I know there is a pageant at the end because obviously there is an award that everybody looks forward to. If we didn't have that, I don't think any of you will even turn up. You'll be like, oh, it's okay. But there is something to work towards. It's like in university, there is an exam at the end, but you're learning throughout, and that's a life skills that's going to go all the way through. Yeah, and the final exam's coming.
You
can
should
do.
start one just for men's.
If you want me to make your husband,
That is what we're taking away from here. What I've learned when the division was happening.
yeah,
Emotional intelligence, who is higher and one is the opposite end of the spectrum. How to bring that balance up. The other person needs to be equally intelligent. on those
100%.
skills.
I tell you what, why don't you send all of your husbands, partners, significant
For the
others,
Create and Speak.
even your children to
Yeah.
the Create and Speak, and let me make them cry for
Let's
you.
do
How about
Mr.
that?
Asia.
So it's really proved how public speaking can be so incredibly powerful to get your message across and to land your message with gravitas and impact with the audience. Who's got a friendship group? Who's got like a group of friends that they've been friends with for a long, long time? Like do or die, right? Ride or die, that's the word, isn't it? Ride or die, ride or die. Now in that friendship group, you don't need to talk. How often have you ever talked about your values in your friendship group? Who talks about values but you have the values, right? You all know what's acceptable in this friendship group, what's not acceptable in this friendship group. So the point I'm trying to make to you ladies is that values are everywhere. They surround you every single day. They dictate, they influence, they direct the way that we live our lives. They influence the relationships that we're in. They impact on the decisions that we make. They give us a sense of direction for the life that we're going to lead. That's values.
The outcome is be true to yourself, overcome out of your past, and look for the future. That has been achieved.
Hi guys, we're going to do our catwalk and choreography today. So I'm so excited because today's my relaxing day. I don't have to do anything. I literally just have to sit there, watch them and let Jyoti do her work. But it is again, literally, I think the last training, so it is an emotional day. But yeah, I think it's a day that puts that cherry on top in terms of like, you know, they have done all the personal development trainings. Now this is very physical training where they have to literally be on their heels, walking, and they get to have the actual experience of pageant because, you know, this is where the pageant kicks in. They're going to have to do the catwalk. There is a choreography involved. There is a lot of fashion round things. And on top, they have to think about the question answer round. So yeah, it is a fun day for me, but not for them. I'm sorry.
This is our last one-to-one training session. Next, we will be meeting on 3rd of May, which will be, the competition will start. So enjoy, you know, lot of tears, lot of laughters, okay, lot of mistakes, but lot of learning as well. And that's what the family is here for, okay? Clap for yourself, okay? Well done.
All right, Jyoti, over to you. Your left leg in the front, have an eye contact with the audience, look at straight,
Then your left leg in the front, walk, 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 straight, nice, keeping your eye contact and your hips walk properly. And then when you are coming at the head ramp, hold on there with the T shape or S shape. No sliding of legs, nothing. How is it? Nice? Is this clear to everyone? Trust me, guys, I have kept it very easy, very simple. You are just doing, if you see in practical, you're just coming and making a T or a S and your half turn. That's all. It's just the two poses you guys are doing. So when you enter, you look at the left-hand side audience once, done. Right, done. Front, done. Jury member, done. Camera, done. Turn, and done. And then start walking. Well, it's their first time on a professional platform, and some of the girls, they really, although they come from a very professional background, but they have never seen this part of the world. So initially, like, to tell them how to even smile on a face, carry that beautiful smile on a face was difficult for them, because they were getting conscious that, the nervousness definitely comes, because it's not a cup of everyone's coffee. So they do come on the stage, they have the consciousness, and they believe that, whether they will be able to carry that properly, and they have the fear. And eventually, by the end of the day, they all are doing a really pretty job. So yeah, I am so excited, and I believe it will surprise everyone on the grand finale day. So you guys watch it. Yeah.
All the Mrs. contestants already have their opening number dresses. We just need to give it to you guys. So if you guys sit down, we can hand over those. So somebody was asking, what will we be wearing when the opening dance is happening? This is what you will be wearing. Okay? It's a dress that we give you and you get to keep it. Okay? Yeah. And we do this. Last year we had silver. This year we're going with gold. And I'll be wearing matching color with you guys as well. Yeah.
This is something I had in my mind for ages, because I feel like, fine, we are doing a lot here, but while girls are coming here, there are a lot of people in the background who are helping them. As a married woman, I think it's very nice to have your husband, because at the end of the day, he's the one supporting you. First, I thought only male, but I've just told the girls that if it's your best friend who's been a big part of your life, get her to come and walk with you. I'm so excited about it. Seriously, honestly, I feel like this is going to be my highlight this year, because this is something I think I've been thinking for years to do it. I wasn't going to introduce this year. I was thinking I'll do it next year. I made an on-spot decision that I'm doing it this year, because I feel like they deserve it. Because I was talking to a couple of the contestants, and they were saying that their husbands are they're supporting, but they're not understanding, putting them on stage, they'll understand what it is. Because my husband did that, and he did say that, you know what, it's so nerve-wracking standing on stage. Even though he said I wasn't doing anything, but just standing there was just, I don't know how you do it. So yeah, it's something I think in both ways, giving them experience that what their wives are doing, bit of it, and then giving them that importance that, you are an important person in this person's life. Yeah, and I think it's a good picture moment. So be ready with the cameras. The heels come off, I see that. Yeah, no, it's good, it's good. Do take rest in between.
I forget to make the eye contact sometimes because I'm so nervous.
So make a conscious effort of that. Yeah. Wherever you think something that's very important and you're not doing it, make a conscious effort of that, which is what you said. Like I said, best thing is, judges there, forget audience. Start from one end of the judge, go all the way. Even at the backstage and the front stage, do both time. Because that's what we did, we all did. Because when you see in audience anybody of your family, you might get emotional, which happens to a lot of us. Okay? Yeah. So eat rest, and then it's going to start again, don't worry. So yeah, when we say non-conventional pageant, this is actually the pageant bit of it, because this is where we're telling girls how to go on stage being powerful, but then bring your poise with it as well, bring that elegance, bring, you know, so that's all really, because, you know, at the end of the day, pageant is about catwalks and stuff, but we're not telling them to be supermodel. We're just teaching them how they can be comfortable within their own body and get that on stage. And when, you know, it's like a cherry on top really. So what we've done so far is like literally decorating it a little bit. That's the part we're doing right now. Yeah, girls, don't watch your diet today, please just eat, okay? Yeah. Yeah.
I told me you should be on a water diet.
Oh, for God's sake, don't listen to anybody like that.
Yeah, like, I was like, no, a lot of girls are on water diet for 2-3 days. I'm like, I'm gonna
Just say,
fail
I
on
am
the
not
stage.
in that sort of pageant where you have to go on a water diet, really. Obviously, do it for yourself if you want to, but do not go on water diet. No. Look at how much physical effort goes into this. This is just start of it. Just eat, okay? Yeah. This is, no, I'm gonna eat. So that was the end of just the training sessions, okay? And that was, I know, very intense. You didn't get to see everything because a lot of it happened online as well. And, you know, all the intensity and everything adds on towards the finale, which is in 2 days. And you will get to see that in our next episode, which is all about talent round, interviews, and then the big grand show where we are going to pick our queen. I know you all are waiting for who is that queen, and we won't make you wait any longer. Just come, let's go and see that. Let's go and find our queen. Who we're going to crown, let's go and see that.
And getting ready for the grand gala finale of Mrs. and Miss Asia Great Britain 2024 Season 2, exclusively organized by AGLP. On that note, signing off, I'm Shubhangi Mitra. Bye.